Good morning everyone and happy 2025, happy New Year's. I was gonna try and do my intro over at home, but because I'm perpetually late to everything, I'm actually already at work. A lot of you really enjoyed seeing my video that I posted last year on Instagram and TikTok talking about what it is to be a library assistant. Since I am opening at a different location than I did last year, I figured I would show you what it's like to be a library assistant in a historical building. It's close to 100 years old. The tasks are going to be a little bit different, but they're mostly the same. It's just in a different location, and there's just a few things that I have to be more mindful of just because there are a lot of historical materials and furniture. And because it's much larger, there's a lot more things that I have to do. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and get the day started. Okay, so the first thing that I have to go do is get the book drop and get the money and print out all the lists for the day. So there's a lot of things that I need to do, and I'm already like behind on everything. So let's just go ahead. So this is what it looks like on the inside of a book drop. It's nothing too exciting, but for ours at least, it has a capability that it'll go down as it gets heavier. I'm pretty sure most of the book drops are like these, but yeah. Also, something that a lot of people don't know is that, or I guess they don't expect, is that these book drops are really expensive, and we actually had to try really hard to repair this current one that we have because it would have cost us a couple $1,000. I think it was like $10,000 or $9,000 because there's a monopoly with the book drops. So yeah, if you ever think about running into a book drop with your car, just please don't. Okay, so for lunch, I picked this up over at H Mart. I've never really tried this before, but it was on sale, so we'll see how it goes. This is what it's looking like. For some reason, I wasn't expecting any sauce in it, so it's actually turning out better than I thought. Alrighty, first bite. Wait, this is actually really good. If it's still on sale, I might buy some more. Oh no, it's foggy. But yeah, maybe I'll get some more if it's on sale. So I'm in the stacks right now doing some section maintenance, and I thought I would just take this chance to kind of show you some how our books are labeled, as well as just kind of talk about you know, things that library assistants generally kind of need to know. One of the things is that for most libraries, we use the Dewey Decimal System. There are some other kind of ways that books are cataloged, like the Library of Congress subject headings. But for our library, we use the Dewey Decimal System. You don't necessarily need to know or memorize the Dewey Decimal System because it's just so many different things. But I find it to be pretty good to know at least kind of like the areas that you generally are interested in. For example, like my area, besides picture books or like fiction books, which are generally labeled by the author's last name. When it comes to nonfiction books, we use the Dewey Decimal System, and I know that I generally like reading cookbooks. So like this area, cookbooks are always going to be 641.5, usually like 641.59. So because I'm always in that area or I'm always shelving those books, I just find it to be really easy to remember. Or even like the travel books are usually going to be in the 900 section, or like poetry's in the 811 section. Again, like I don't think you have to memorize this. I've never been asked or tested on any of this when I applied for library jobs, but it's usually something at least good to know if someone does ask you, or if you're just generally in the library, you just kind of tend to pick up on those things. As you'll notice that like every library kind of labels their books differently. So for our books, let's see, like this one says it's a quick guide to anime and manga, and so you'll notice for our library we have, it's actually probably going to be mirrored, but it has J, which stands for juvenile, the Dewey Decimal System number, and then the author's last name. So it can vary between library districts and library systems, but for the most part they're all going to be labeled in some similar fashion. So I didn't really get a chance to use it today since our library didn't have that many items in our book drop, but because I work in a historical building with 5 floors, we don't have any escalators or elevators, so instead we have to use the book drop sometimes, especially when we have a lot of books that we have to carry up, or if we have heavy items that we need to carry up all the way to the 5th floor. This is an easier way for us to be able to transport everything. So it gets really heavy, and because the ropes are really old, we always try to use gloves if possible, because not only can the wood give us splinters, but the rope can also give us tiny little micro splinters too, so it's not really fun. Alrighty, well that is it for today. My coworkers and I just finished wrapping up, doing all of our closing procedures, like putting the money away, closing all the doors, just doing our final checks. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and if you have any questions on what it's like being a library assistant, or about the library world, or what it's like being in a graduate program for library and information science, let me know. I'm always happy to answer as many questions as I can. Yeah, and stay tuned for more videos. I'm gonna probably try and do some more art videos, and then hopefully some tabling videos about future events that I'll be doing later this year. So see you later.